And hello, everybody. Welcome in. It is so great to see you tonight. It's good to see y'all already in the chat and chatting. It's always so encouraging to us when we go live. Can I get a sound check? If one of you uh, would get me a sound check. Webb is not here tonight. He will not be joining us, as far as I know, unless he pops in a little bit later. He is, of course, at Walt Disney World. So we are really excited that he and Jillian are having such a great trip. He did go live for a few minutes day before yesterday. So if you guys want to check out that live stream. It was a good live stream. He had some technical difficulties, but it did turn out to be a really great live stream. He was um, there was really nobody in the park, and so he was able to ride a whole lot of rides, and it was pretty cool. Showed a lot of Main Street with all the wonderful Christmas decorations, and it was a good live stream, even with the technical difficulties. Can I get a sound check, y'all? And let me go. Let me back up a little bit. Mandy has a question. What do you want under your Christmas tree? Feliz Navidad. Good to see you, Francisco. Good to see you. And Dean is decking the halls with lots of turkey legs. How fun. Thanks, Dean. Appreciate that. And so it's great to see you, Jonathan Chung. Welcome in, everybody. Yes, Jonathan, I am so sorry. I am yawning already. Um, William and Jillian are in the parks, as y'all know. They are at Walt Disney World with the boys and Jillian's family, and so and so our Christmas is going to be a lot different this. Oh, so sorry. It's going to be a lot different this year. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I thank you, Tina. I appreciate it. Going to look a little bit different. We're going to kind of do Christmas in shifts. So Stephen and his family were here tonight, and so it's just been this mad dash, Dean. That's why I haven't talked with you recently. It's kind of been, this mad Christmas dash to make sure everything is wrapped and under the tree, and that we've got everything we need for cooking and all that. And it really went well. We always do a ham at Christmas, and so we had ham. We had hammy beans, which are a wonderful green bean, basically that is from our area of Tennessee. Um, we had corn casserole, and mashed potatoes, and I made some homemade rolls, which were really really good. We had peanut butter balls, my mom's recipe for peanut butter balls, and I have a recipe for tuna roll ups. It's an appetizer that my son Stephen loves. So that's what we had. It was really good. Oh, so that would be perfect, Dean. Thank you. Dean, again, y'all check. Dean is doing. Dean, you're really hitting home runs here, buddy. With your channel, countdown to Christmas, and all the live streams that you've done, Lou Gardens, and then EPCOT the other day. Just fantastic live streams. Y'all be sure and check out Dean the Turkey Legster. Dean is really growing his channel. It's great to see you having all that success, Dean. It really is. Anyway, that's what we did. So I am kind of pooped. It was wonderful to have the kids, here, and then of course, Wim and Jillian and their family will be in the parks for his birthday, which is on Christmas Day, and then probably sometime this weekend after they get home, we'll have him and my son Adam having a second Christmas. So we're having more than one celebration. That's always good. Uh, but yeah, I really hope. I started not to go live tonight. I started to just cancel it and call it good. And I wanted to go live for just a few minutes. There are several things that I wanted to talk about, and to it being our last live stream before Christmas. This is Christmas Eve. Um, I just wanted to really to wish all of y'all a very Merry Christmas. We have had an amazing year, and I just again I wanted to talk for just a little bit. Hey, Mike. Oh, Mike, welcome in. Mike, congratulations on your induction into the Disney YouTube the honor series. Amazing, amazing, and very, very, very well deserved. Mike, welcome in. Also, I did want to mention a couple things. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here. Mike popped in there. And it was wonderful to meet you, Mike, at Disney. Oh my goodness, so many great friends. It was really great to meet you and get to talk for just a minute. Backing up just a little bit, happy birthday to William. I will not blow our traditional train whistle, the Mickey and Minnie's train whistle from their ride there at Hollywood Studios. Gotta wait till William is here. So, but happy birthday to William. He will be celebrating in the park this year. So that's just so cool. And enjoying every minute of it. Back to Mike. Mike and Dave Stragan, our own Dave Stragan, were honored this past Saturday night in the Disney YouTube recognition series. They were inducted. Mike was our military honor, and Dave was also inducted as the forerunner of Pluto. The dog was the forerunner of Pluto. The series is called this particular series is called Disney Beginnings. Every induction class has kind of a theme, and of course, y'all may remember that William and I were inducted as number 86 and 87 in the Marvel class as Doctor Strange. So we're really excited about that. But congratulations to Dave and to Mike. We're really excited about that. Inducted as they should be. Absolutely. So congratulations on that. That's an honor. It really is. That's voted on by past honorees, and just very well deserved. We're really excited about that. We have over 300 honorees at this point. And so, yeah, there you go. Tina McNeil, number 19, Miss Piggy. You have a really low number there, Tina. You that is a great honor. And I quite frankly, I'm jealous of your character. I absolutely love Miss Piggy. But if you guys want to check that out, that is, again, Pete McDevitt and several others started this Disney YouTube recognition series as a way to recognize, Disney YouTubers, and not just content creators, but people who mod for us and who participate, not necessarily, as creators, but also as moderators and just supporters of our great YouTube community. And so it's really been a lot of fun. I was honored this year to be a presenter for this class, and it was called Disney Beginnings. And each honoree was assigned, if you will, an early Disney character, like from Walt's very early stuff, before Mickey Mouse. So it's really a fun class. Go over to Pete McDevitt. If somebody wants to drop the link, by the way, to that show this past Saturday, please do. It was tons of fun. Thank you, Pete, so much for having me on. It was my honor to present and to see this great class. Hey, Amy, welcome in, and Pam, welcome in. To see, everybody. Robert, hey, welcome in. Good to see you. But yeah, again, it was my honor to do that, and look forward to seeing what Pete and his team will come up with for our next class, and who that will be. So just a really great honor, and congratulations to everybody who was there. There we go, Jonathan. Jonathan has dropped that link into the chat. There is that induction ceremony, that honors ceremony from last Tuesday. If you'd like to take a look, great group of presenters and lots of talent, lots of work goes into those shows. So be sure and check it out, and be sure and congratulate, blow their phones up, guys. All the people who were inducted. Just really, hey Nicole, welcome in. Good to see you. All the people who were honored there. So, just wanted to touch on that. Just a fantastic show. Really excited for all of the inductees, and I will have a little more detail on that next week, guys, when I can prepare a little bit more. We'll go over the list of who was inducted, and y'all can talk about that a little bit more. But congratulations again to everybody. This day in Disney history, y'all. I realize I'm kind of doing things in an odd order, but tonight's kind of tonight's a little different, I guess. And let's back up to this day in Disney history. In 1887, comic actor Edward Blore, who voiced J. Thaddeus Toad in Disney's 1949 The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, is born in London, England. Often cast as a snide gentleman's gentleman or dissipated nobleman, Blore was a fixture in Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers musicals, and appeared along such comedy greats as Laurel and Hardy, the Marx Brothers, and Bob Hope. Wow. So that's 1887. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see. Let me run down here just a little bit. See what else we have. In 1954, the Disney live-action film 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which was based on the classic story by Jules Verne, starring Kirk Douglas, James Mason, and Peter Lorre, was released. Now, I have not seen this version, guys, in forever. I really need to go back and watch this early version of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. What a Disney classic, man! What a Disney classic, and was a ride, the submarine ride at Disneyland for many years until they rethemed it to Finding Nemo. So. It was enormously popular at the box office, grossing $6.8 million on its first release. It was just really popular. It did not make a profit because it was one of the most expensive movies produced up to this time. Up to its time of production, costing over $9 million. The film would also be highly praised for the performances of the leading actors. So, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, 1954. Wow. Oh my goodness. Again, sorry guys. Let's see what else we have here. And normally, look at these ahead of time, but again, we're kind of doing things a little bit different tonight, differently. Let's see what else we might have here. I think that's about it. As far as this day in Disney history, but a couple of notable ones there for sure. Let's see who came into the chat. Let's see. Yes, Dane. Yes, Tana was a presenter. Now, Tina, have you presented before, or was it both of us? It was our first time to present for the Disney YouTube Recognition Series. Was that your first time, or had you done it before? Tina was also a presenter and did a really great job. It was just a great show, guys. It really was. Let's see. Nicole, again, it's good to see you. Okay, it was your first time too. I thought so, Tina, but I thought I'd confirm that because um, I have slept since then. We've had a lot going on this last few months of 2025, y'all. Let's see. Let me get back here. Um, I wanted to mention y'all something that I feel like I absolutely have to mention it because our YouTube community has also been rather shocked that today, yesterday, um, because one of our YouTube family has died. Adam the Woo, over 1 million subscribers. Fairly early YouTuber, just wildly popular. Obviously, with all those subscribers, he has died at age 51. We are pretty much in shock over that. It was not at all expected. His real name was David Adam Williams, and he was discovered inside his home, and he lived in Celebration, Florida, yesterday. And he had just concluded, y'all, an extended trip to Europe, a fantastic trip to Europe, and uh, a Facebook post that he made. I put FB post. A recent Facebook post said that his plans for 2026, he was going to kind of suspend his overseas travel this coming year, and see more of the U.S., especially with our country's 250th birthday celebration coming up. So, yes, it has been tough, Jonathan. I tell you, we really have just shocked. I have been busy getting ready, for the kids to come today, and so sometime after lunch, I had a friend of mine text me and tell me about it. And I couldn't believe it. I immediately went to social media, and of course, uh, all of my social media was just blown up with it. It really has been a shock. I never met Adam the Woo in the parks I would love to have. I was never fortunate to run into him while he was there. But yeah, just such a loss, absolutely such a loss um, to the community. Yes, and Tina, I couldn't remember his number and his assignment. I've got to download a list. I have been kind of busy, but I've got to look back at it and download the list. It was kind of hard. I'll tell you, as a presenter, you're paying attention to, you want to do a good job when it's your turn to present, and um, so it's kind of hard to pay attention to the show actually and take notes when I'm not presenting. If I'm just in the chat, I always take notes and numbers and who got assigned what character and that sort of thing. But we inducted him last week, and yeah, okay, Pam, good, good, good. Um, so yeah, and I don't. He was very tall. He was very tall. He was, let's see, um, UIB. Yeah, yes, he was UB. He was UB, exactly. He was UB. You're right. You're right. Um, yeah, so that has really um, touched a lot of us, y'all, to find out that Adam Nowoo has passed. He was only 51 years old. And it was just not expected at all. So our deepest and heartfelt sympathies we extend to his sweet sister and the rest of his family. And Adam's death, we're all, our hearts are with you. Our hearts and our prayers are with you. And he will be missed. He really will be. Yes, he really will be missed. Oh, okay, Jonathan, thank you for the assist on that and for taking a look. As I said, when I'm in the chat for the ceremony, I always, I write them all down. And since I was a presenter, I didn't get to do that. But yes, he was UB. He was. You're right. Absolutely, Jonathan. Oh my goodness. Hey, Jason. Welcome. It's good to see you. As always, it's good to see you. Yeah, Jonathan, our prayers are definitely with Adam's family. That was just well, we're just all kind of shocked over it. We really are. So unexpected and so sad, and he will definitely be missed. Wim and Jillian, guys, are currently in the parks. Let me see. Hang on just a second here. If I can share something with me, try it, y'all. If I can share a screen with you. This was pretty. This is pretty exciting here. Let's see. Let me see if you guys could see that. This was this happened today, y'all, and who knows who this is. William met this sweet lady quite by accident in the parks with Wyatt, and he recognized her. Finally decided yes that it was she, and so went up and said hello and introduced himself. And she was so sweet, y'all. She was there with her family and her husband, and I think it was probably her parents and her husband. And she was kind enough to take a picture, with him. I am so jealous. And she was just precious. I mean, y'all, this is Ashley Eckstein. Y'all know how much I love Ashley and her character Ahsoka, whom she voiced in the animated feature, The Clone Wars, and then some in Rebels. And then a Young Jedi. I think I'm trying to think what the name of the other couple of series were, but she has voiced. She originally voiced Ahsoka when she was introduced in the Clone Wars, and y'all know how much I love her. I actually went to the Candlelight Processional a few weeks ago when she was the narrator, and I was given some really bad information on where to sit. And it's a beautiful video, and it's a beautiful Candlelight Processional, and you can hear her, but you cannot see her. And so, golly, it really is. It's just amazing. Again, this is Ashley Eckstein, and Wyatt has watched the Clone Wars and was just thrilled to death. William said when he walked up to talk to her, and Wyatt, of course, was trying to process it and figure it out. And so she actually said a couple of lines. She said, like, "I am no Jedi," to help him kind of realize who she was. She does, yeah. They live there close, and she goes into the park. She goes into the parks a lot. She's very aware of her fans, and so sweet to her fans. She goes in a lot, like for meetups, lightsaber meetups, for example, on special occasions. At well, hello there. Oh my goodness, William.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Hello there.
Hello there. Look, I was just sharing your picture.
All right.
I was just sharing your picture. You're there at Art of Animation. I see the cozy cone there in the background.
Yeah, I stepped out to go get a drink from the Landscape and Flavors.
Oh, hey, Dave.
A refillable mug. Hello, Dave.
Spencer Walker.
Well, anyway, welcome in, Spencer. We've got an early morning tomorrow, so I won't be able to be on too long. But I did want to drop in and say hello. Looks like it's pretty good timing. It is. I guess I can hop in and tell the story real quick. I'm coming to you live from Radiator Springs via Art of Animation Resort. Anyway, so what happened was, and I'll cut down on the everything leading up to this as much as possible. So what happened was, Mom's got the picture of me and Wyatt and Ashley Eckstein. So, Jillian and her mom went into EPCOT, and today's our quote unquote rest day, if you will. And so they went into EPCOT, and it's after, it's probably 2-ish when they went there. And so anyway, me and the boys hung back, got some stuff we needed to get done, need to get laundry and some other stuff done. And so, me and the boys went to the pool. And so they went to while I was at the Magic Kingdom the other day, Jillian and her mom and her dad hung out with the boys at the Cozy Cone Motel Cars pool. And so I said, hey, let's go to the Finding Nemo pool. It's got a bunch of neat stuff. It's got a splash pad and everything. Look who I've got. Look who I've got with me here on the scene. I've got Joe Maynard here with me. Anyway, so I said I was going to make this short. But so me and the boys hung out. Had a great time. We bounced between the pools. We started off with the Finding Nemo pool, which Wesley loved. Obviously, he's a little younger. Splash pad right up his alley, 100%. So he loved it. But Wyatt wanted to go back to the Cars pool. I think it's just less going on there. It's a little more chill. Jillian and I had watched a live stream, or not a live stream, a vlog from Paging Mr. Morrow back from, I think, COVID times, or like just a little after COVID time. And apparently which I can show it here since I'm right next to it. Hold on a second. Just bear with me. I've only got one hand and no gimbal here, but here's the Cars pool. The other day I showed up and hopped in, joined them in one of the cones that they had claimed. There haven't been a ton of people using the pool, so it's been pretty nice to take advantage of that. But anyway, but Wyatt wanted to go back to the Cars pool, so we did that, and then our laundry's done, so I got it out of the dryer. Don't have a great angle there, but there across the way, you can tell where I'm pointing. There's a little laundromat on the back side of the Cozy Cone Motel. There's restrooms in the middle there for people that need to go while they're at the pool, and then there's the little laundromat right there. I don't know how well you can make that out with my cup in the way. But anyway, so went back to the room. We got showers. We got cleaned up, put our clothes on. We stopped by the Finding Nemo playground and then go to EPCOT via Skyliner. So me and the boys and the double stroller loaded up, went to EPCOT. By the time we get to, and the reason really we had to go to EPCOT was because Jillian had gotten an individual lightning lane for me and her mom and herself, and then Wyatt. Wesley's not tall enough yet. Anyway, so we show up kind of late. It's our lightning lane time is here's Lightning and Sally. Let me know if I'm evened up well. I've got my phone turned the other way, so I can't tell what I've got it on. But anyway, we showed up probably 15 minutes after our window. It was 4:30 to 5:30, and we showed up probably 5:45 ish for me and Wyatt to go ride it. So Wesley hangs out with Jillian and her mom. But anyway, Wyatt and I go to the Lightning Lane for Cosmic Rewind. No questions asked. We were fine. Went right through. Lit up green and everything. So we stand in line, and there's decent Lightning Lane line, honestly. I can't remember what the wait time was. It might have been around an hour or so for the regular line. But we go to we go to the first pre-show room, and they packed us in like sardines, and everybody's pushing up against the right side after the second room because they want to be the first ones in line to ride the ride, right? And so anyway, Wyatt and I, we moved to the left side. We actually watched the pre-show, and then we go, we let everybody else go because I didn't feel like fighting a stampede. So, especially not with Wyatt. So anyway, we take our time getting over there to the hallway, and we're in the hallway with the red alert. And so we're standing there, the hallway's cram packed, and Wyatt tells me, "Hey, I got to use the restroom." I said, "Okay, how bad?" Because we're fairly close to getting on this ride, right? And he said, "I need to go bad." So we tell the cast member, he's great about it. He's super understanding. He feeds us through a backstage room, but connecting before you go into the first pre-show room to the hallway that you go to. And so anyway, we go through this backstage area. They feed us out. He feeds us out to the Lightning Lane, says, "Hey, I'll tell somebody to let y'all go back through this room so you don't have to watch the pre-shows again." So we're like, okay, awesome. We go make our way to the Lightning Lane entrance, and they're completely aware of the situation. They're like, "Oh yeah, he told us you're coming. You're good." Me and Wyatt go to the Connections Cafe bathrooms real quick, and then back to the ride. So we get to the ride. They let us back in, into the Lightning Lane, no problem. Again, I don't want to be that guy, right? The people that push through the line, excuse me, push your way all the way through. And again, once again, the Lightning Lane is pretty, decently backed up. And so I told Wyatt, yes, like, well, we could do like everybody else does and just push our way through, but let's just wait. We'll just hang out, and we'll once we get to the split, where they tell you to go into the first pre-show room, we will tell the cast member there that, hey, they told us to tell you to let us go, have somebody bring us through the back way, the backstage door. That way we don't have to do the pre-shows again. So, she's kind of skeptical about it. She hops on, radio and calls in, and she comes, takes a minute, and she's managing both lines, and she says, "Well, they're saying nobody's available to let you through." And so I'm like, she's like, "You'll have to wait." And I said, "Okay, well, any ballpark idea of how long we'll have to wait?" And she says, "No, I don't have any idea." She said, "Or you can do the pre-shows again." And I talked to Wyatt, and Wyatt, he's kind of he's pretty brave. I think Cosmic Rewind, granted it helps that it's indoors, so you can't see it, to experience it till you're actually on the ride. So it's not like, outdoor coasters where you could be, kind of see it. Like, I can remember my first time seeing the Titan there at Six Flags Over Texas. That coaster looks insane, right? So it helps that Guardians is inside, so you can't see how intense it is before you ride the ride. So anyway, but yeah, he's been on this trip. He's been a little iffy, about riding the big rides. And so, or, the coaster rides really. Yeah, he was fine on Slinky the other day. For whatever reason, he wasn't super excited about riding Guardians today. So anyway, Wyatt opts to go through both pre-shows. So we're like, okay, let's go through the pre-shows again. And we get back to the Red Alert room and talk to the same cast member we talked to earlier. And he said, he's like, and we told him, hey, we're back. And he said, oh no. He said, I am so sorry. I said, yeah, we went back. We went through the Lightning Lane line. We waited in the Lightning Lane line again and did both pre-shows again. And so he's like, I'm so sorry. He said, I thought I had told everybody, to let you through. I said, yeah. I said, they said nobody was available to, escort us through the backstage door or your backstage room. And he said, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's okay. It'll be all right. Well, about that time, somebody else, another party, of guests come through that backstage door that we should have been let through. And it's probably like 6 people. And so I'm like, at that point, I'm like, seriously? What's the deal? These people got through. Why not us? And so anyway, at that point, I'm a little bit frustrated, right? But was it pure dumb luck? Was it the Force? Who knows? All these things had to go into motion, right? Jillian had to get the cosmic for us to meet Ashley Eckstein tonight. Jillian had to buy Cosmic Rewind for that time slot. And then we had to miss that time slot. And then Wyatt had to go use the restroom. And then we had to wait through both pre-shows again. So all of this had to come into play in order for us to come out of Cosmic Rewind. We got One Way or Another as our song, and we rode in row 1. But we come off the ride, and we exit, and we turn right to walk through that little breezeway after you get out of the show building, right? So as we exit the show building and we turn and walk towards the Wonders of Xandar gift shop, we see Ashley Eckstein, her husband, and I think either his parents or her parents, I'm leaning toward her parents, standing there talking.
That is crazy. It's amazing.
And nobody, I mean, I'm the only person, and there's decent, there's some people waiting for people to get off the ride. Like, there's people around, right? Not a soul recognizes her. And so I saw her and passed by her because Wyatt wanted to go to the gift shop, right? And so I kind of passed by her and I looked at her. I was like, oh, that's Ashley Eckstein. Like, it's got to be Ashley Eckstein. I was like, if not, she's dead, the dead on twin, right? And so anyway, I follow Wyatt, over to the gift shop, but I kind of linger outside. I can see him on the inside walking around looking at stuff, but I'm looking back that way. I'm like, it's got to be her. And so then it's like, okay, I don't want to be a weirdo, but also too, I don't want people to, she did the candlelight processional a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I don't want people to swarm her either. She's just having a good time at EPCOT, being a regular guest. And so I'm kicking all this around in my head, but then I was like, I've got to say hello. Like, I've got to say hi at the very least, right? And so I told Wyatt, I said, come here, Wyatt. I motioned him over. And obviously, I mean, he's watched the Clone Wars movie. He's watched several Clone Wars episodes, like a pretty decent number of Clone Wars episodes. And I told him, I said, as we walked up to him, I didn't want to butt in on their conversation. I just kind of approached and kind of waved hi. And then, the group, her and her husband and,
that's so great.
Folks turn to us. I said, hello. I said, I'm sorry. This probably sounds weird, but you look just like Ashley Eckstein. and she kind of smiles and laughs a little. And she said, well, it's me. And I was like, oh my goodness. And then told Wyatt, I said, hey, I said, she's the voice of Ahsoka from the Clone Wars. And, he's trying to process this. Like, it's just, a lady. And then, bless her heart, she says, hey there, Sky Guy, in the Ahsoka voice. And then said like one or two other things. And she says, I'm no Jedi. And I was just freaking out. And I said, Wyatt, I was like, can you hear her? And he said, yeah, I can hear her. And then bless her heart, here we're standing over here. There's people coming off the ride, passing by and everything. And bless her heart, she says, hey, do you guys want a picture? I said, oh, absolutely. I said, my mom's going to be so jealous. No
kidding.
Right. And, anyway, and she said, yeah, sure thing, come on. And her, her mom or her mother-in-law, I think it was her mom, reached for my phone, and she goes to take a picture. I pulled up the camera and handed her my phone. Sweet. And she says, I got one, but the lighting's, I took pictures, but the lighting's kind of dark. And so her husband says, oh, I'm sleeping on the job. And he pulls out his phone and turns on the flashlight. And so you can see we have pretty decent lighting in this picture. And her and either her, I think it's her dad and her husband turn on the flashlights on their phone and hold it up. And as the, her mom takes the picture, and just good as gold. I mean,
so sweet.
I mean, she's just there having a good time. And bless her heart, I didn't want to bother her too much or draw too much attention to her because, again, she just did the candlelight processional. And so I'd imagine, I know she's local, but, I'm sure other people see her in the parks too. But I was just like, man, I got to take the shot. And so.
Oh, absolutely. I would have known her too.
Yeah. We thanked her. I mean, she was good as gold, and for her to just unprompted do the voice was incredible. So we tried to not make not make too much of a scene, and so we thanked her, said thank you so much, and we went our way and went back to the gift shop and everything. And so but yeah, I mean, big time thumbs up. Thank you so much, Ashley, because you 100% made our night. It was just the absolute coolest. And if all that other stuff hadn't happened, we would not have crossed paths with her where we did. So thank you so much. I don't know if she'll ever see this, but thank you so much, Ashley, because that was just the absolute coolest. I've been letting, I'll let you know. I sent the picture to Jared, who's Jillian's brother, to let him know, and he freaked out. He was like, did you ever sign anything? And I said, no. I said, I just came off the ride, and so I didn't have anything on me. No autograph book, no Sharpie, no pen, nothing.
And you always have all that.
I know, right? And so I didn't have any of that on me. But yeah, bless her. I mean, she was as good as gold, and I couldn't be more thankful because and appreciative because she was so nice, and I didn't want to bother her too much. But yeah, just incredible to run into her 100%. Pure dumb luck. Was it the Force? Who knows? But super awesome experience to be able to meet her tonight at EPCOT.
Yeah.
So
well, just amazing. You've had such a great trip. I mean, this was just something like this. We met Josh tomorrow.
Right, you and Kylie during COVID. Yeah.
In the parks during COVID. To meet Ashley, I've tried on more than one occasion to meet her, and it just never has worked out. Yeah. And so I'm thrilled that y'all got to meet her. That is really neat.
So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna hop off of here, run upstairs, and go to sleep to go to Animal Kingdom in the morning. Yeah. So I've been typing all this up. So I just explained it all on the stream, but I've been attempting to type all that up in notes form.
Oh, definitely.
And to make sure I capture it, but I am glad I, was able to hop on and tell the story.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you did. Because
Yeah,
I wasn't going to tell the story. I was going to
yeah,
wait until you were able to be with us, but I did want to go ahead
right.
and show the picture because I was so
Yeah,
excited about
so
it. So,
cool, so
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And just for her to do the voice was just awesome.
Yeah.
'Cause, I didn't. That's the thing, because like I didn't want to ask for that, but also too, I think she knew, like she understood that like Wyatt would understand it better if she did it.
Yes. Yes.
And so
Uh,
just so cool of her to do that, and then
yeah.
offer to take a picture, unprompted. So yeah,
Yeah.
just as good as gold. Absolutely 100% stamp of approval. Sometimes they say
Yeah.
not to meet your heroes, but
Hmm.
I big time props to Jared for making me watch the Clone Wars. Getting
Yeah.
me into
Yeah.
that,
Years ago.
and
Yeah.
then I talked to you about it, and so and then I've talked to other. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it for years on the channel and
We
recommended it
have.
to people.
We
So
have. Yeah.
anyway,
We have recommended the Clone Wars. Just every chance we got. It's
yeah,
an amazing animated feature, and Ahsoka's character was introduced on the Clone Wars, and
yeah,
Ashley has is the original voice and has done
yeah,
her voice whenever Ahsoka was needed.
yeah,
And so, yeah, that's just awesome.
yeah.
That's just amazing. I mean,
Right.
just you never know who you might see.
I'm telling. Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah. That is
we're
great, hon.
we're really
We're
excited.
excited. Thanks for hopping on to
Yeah,
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 that was great timing.
yeah,
Because I was
yeah,
not gonna tell the story. I was gonna
yeah.
wait and let you tell the story when you were able
All righty. Well,
to
I'll
be
hop
here.
off of here. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Okay. And
Love
by
you,
the way,
mom.
happy birthday, sweetie.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah,
Happy birthday. You'll
I'm
be in Magic
excited.
Kingdom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I going to do a Beacon Barrel for the first time, and I'm pumped out of my mind about it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be able to
Yeah.
report back on my experience at
Yeah, I'm
Beacon Barrel.
excited about that. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what you think. And I never try to walk up at Beacon
Yeah,
Barrel. Jillian says that occasionally they have the walk ups,
yeah,
but I never tried one. So I'm really excited to
yeah.
see what you get from that. And so
Yeah, yeah,
enjoy.
we'll do. All right,
Um,
we got Animal Kingdom in the morning. I'm going to attempt to do
okay,
early entry with
all
whoever's
right,
awake. We're
yeah,
here on property, so we have Disney transportation to get there. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Excited about
yeah.
Animal Kingdom, and then
Oh yeah,
Magic Kingdom for my birthday, and then might attempt early entry on our last day.
right,
The
right.
26th before we have to check out, head out. I'll do the best I can to pack the car up as much as possible, but I'd like to try to sneak in maybe a breakfast Ronto wrap or something on the 26th potentially before we roll out.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we are. I'm excited for you, and I mean, wow, this just makes an already amazing trip. Just puts it
Yeah.
over the top. So
Yeah.
I'm really
Oh,
excited for
absolutely. Thanks, everybody. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. See you real soon. And I'll turn things back over to Mom. And may the force be with you
you.
always.
Good night, hon.
Night.
Wow, yeah, that's it's just amazing, guys, that he was able to meet Ashley. I'm really glad you popped in there, William, to to share that with us. And y'all know how much I love Ahsoka, Tano, and Ashley Eckstein has voiced her since the very beginning when she was first introduced. So um, oh, hey! Oh, you just missed the story. Yeah, you missed the whole story there, um, Dave. William ran into Ashley Eckstein. And his son ran into Ashley Eckstein tonight at EPCOT, and so he just popped in live from Art of Animation to tell us about it. So pretty cool, pretty cool. But yeah, and so we're excited about all that. I don't know how long you've been on, um, Dave, but it's good to see you. Very good to see. Yeah, it's right. Oh my gosh, we're starstruck. We're both. you know how much we love Star Wars. Y'all love it as much as we do. So, yeah, we're pretty starstruck by that. Really, 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 really cool. So, yeah, good to see y'all. Anyway, so that was great to see William there in chat, and also on the screen. Let's see, what were we doing? Let me go back. Um, oh yeah, be sure to catch William's pop-up live stream. He did a pop-up, had a little technical difficulty there a couple days ago when he first got there, but it's really a good one. He got a lot of rides in. The crowds, y'all. The crowds have not been terrible. You know, and I've been trying to think about this. It could be because people are people are just expecting it to be really really crowded because it's Christmas week, and a lot of people have stayed away. Locals, most locals are blocked out this week, so you're down to just people who are from out of state or out of the country, and so yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Tina. Well, he made lemonade out of lemons. uh, Still not sure what's going on there with his excuse me, with his app, but anyway. So yeah. But it was still a very good live stream. Um, so that's so exciting. I'm just absolutely thrilled about that. And then he got to meet Ashley Eckstein. That is really really cool. Um, this year, guys, I just kind of I almost started not to go live tonight. I really did, and then I kind of thought, well, I'd go live for just a few minutes, and um, I wanted to extend. We wanted to obviously to extend our heartfelt sympathy to Adam the Woo's family in his death yesterday. And just I guess at this time of year, we're all naturally, um, nostalgic and um, thinking about um, the year and how the year went, and we're looking forward to next year. I think we're all just kind of naturally in that mode, if you will, with family and what have you in the year coming up. And well, they're coming along really well, Dave. They're the new Texas parks, Universal Kids Park in Frisco, Texas. It's coming along. It's coming along pretty well. We need to probably do another update on that one on Hitchhiker Chat, but it's coming along. They have. I'm sorry, I'm doing the yawn thing tonight. They have made a lot of progress as far as the construction, Dave, and they've put out some descriptions of the park is going to be very kid centered. It will not be aimed at adults at all. So I think there will be a hotel. At least you could go and you can. So it's going to be. This is a really new animal for Universal, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see how well it's received and just what they do with it, because it's a totally new concept, I think. um, and so I applaud Universal for for jumping off in there. um, yeah. um, at any rate, back to what I was saying. Yeah, the year has been, as you know, it usually is. It's been full of blessings for our family, as well as some heartbreak. Life inevitably brings us both, and we try to move forward with God's grace every day, with His promise to watch over us. In whatever circumstance we find ourselves, and so we continue, we continue on. We've had several trips to Walt Disney World this year. Really, William and I got to go and spend some time in the parks, just the two of us. We went with our family, and then with our friends the Stewarts and their family, and then of course I went back just a few weeks ago for Magical Night of Hope, and all that. That was just a fantastic trip. So we've been able to do that. We've been to Hot Springs. We've been to Tennessee, and all those trips have been so wonderful. We've been so blessed to travel. Now we'll tell you a little bit more about what we'll be doing this year, and we'll kind of have to see what the year brings. Y'all, I'll let my annual pass go, so I will not be in Walt Disney World as much. But what we have in mind is maybe cruises. I would really love to do the Treasure. I would really love to do the Disney Treasure, or any of the ships, but the Disney Treasure is kind of at the top of my list. And also, maybe Disneyland Paris. Maybe look at some of those overseas parks. So with some other travel, some other things that we've got, kind of on our minds. So we've got some good stuff coming up, and I hope that you guys will enjoy that. Now, William and Jillian, of course, will be going into the parks. They still have their annual passes, and so they'll be going into the parks. But I will not quite as much. I'm so sorry, y'all. I've got the yawns and my nose is itching tonight. I'm so sorry about that. At any rate, we've got some good stuff coming up, and after the first of the year, we'll be telling you a little bit more about that. So, but I did, I absolutely, would like to wish each of you a very, very Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2026. We celebrate our nation's 250th birthday this year. So it's going to be an exciting year for all of us as Americans, to celebrate our country and all that it means to us to live in this nation and to be blessed as Americans. So we will celebrate that pretty much all year. I do have a Lorcana pack. If y'all would like to open, what do you think? Open one. Your ears have been itchy. I like it. Well, earbuds, Pam, are the best way to watch. Really, best way to watch or to listen to a live stream, because you can hear so much more. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so Tina says, sure, let's open. Why not? Okay, so this one has Bolt. This is from Arcasia's Island, y'all. And it has Bolt. So let's see. Let's just see what we get in this pack. See what I've kind of been on a roll here recently, and have been really pretty much beaten William, I think, at most most of the matchups we had. He beat me last week. So this is Honey Lemon. There's Honey Lemon. That's a common. This is our Baymax, y'all. Oh, and he's all droopy and out of air. That's in the Jade. Baymax in the Jade. And then Susie in an amber there, one of the mice from Cinderella. Is she cute? She's so cute. Unconventional tool. Okay, this is a game. This is a game card. So let's see. And then Honey Marin. Okay. And that's an amethyst, of course. Training staff. Another tool card. in the steel there, and we're still in our uncommons or in our commons. First uncommon is Fix It Felix Jr. Nice. I like that one. That's a dual card in the amber and the ruby. It's a dual card. Pretty. And then another uncommon, Thomas O'Malley. Now I don't have this card. I love that I got this, y'all, because O'Malley is such a cool character. Thomas O'Malley. We actually have an alley cat a stray cat who comes and visits with Charles, and he sits on our privacy fence, and so we call him O'Malley. Yeah, I know what happened to Baymax, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Tool cards good for building decks. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Another uncommon and restoring the heart to Fiti. And that would be Moana, of course, in that dual color. Very pretty card. Very pretty card. All right, and Jonathan has the drums going here, and I have an uncommon or rare. Actually, this is a rare. That's a rare. The Family Madrigal. That's a pretty one. Very pretty, and another rare. Shere Khan. Ooh, bad guy. Shere Khan. And then my last card, and and this is the foil, is an uncommon, very pretty card, Amethyst Coil. So you can see how the light plays on that. It's very pretty, shiny. That's an uncommon. So pretty cool there. And then here is the puzzle card. That's the puzzle card for this. And I still have not, I really need to work on completing the puzzle, because I bought a whole booster box of this in this series. So I should definitely be able to finish the puzzle card. Yeah. The Family Madrigal. Yeah. Yeah. I like that one too. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. So got some good pulls there. I love that Shere Khan call. Any Tinkerbell card, right? Right. Any Tinkerbell card. Absolutely. And carpet. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was a good some good pulls there. I need to go back, y'all, and I need to go back and see what I have in the dual color cards, the dual ink cards. Because if I'm not mistaken, I remember William saying something about if you have a dual ink card, all of the cards in your hand have to be that same dual ink. So, oh, hey, Alex, I just opened. It's good to see you. Just open cards. So if y'all didn't see it, y'all have to, hey, Charlie and Lily and all of it. It's Susie. Good to see you. So if you didn't see it, just rewind a little bit so you can see what I got. Nice card. What's more meaning? He did use the Force. He absolutely did. Oh my goodness, we are so excited about that. We're so excited about him meeting Ashley. So cool. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Let me see. Look here and see if there's anything else. Y'all that I wanted to share with you. Jonathan, if you will, please go ahead and drop that link again to the Disney YouTube Recognition Series Awards show this past Saturday on Pete McDevitt's channel, the Pete McDevitt Show. Amazing creator and supporter of our community, Pete McDevitt, and he started this award show to recognize people in our community who are fantastic content creators as well as amazing supporters, of our community. And the Disney New Beginnings was the class, and we inducted several people into the Disney YouTubers Hall of Fame, and it was it was a great show. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, you missed it. Oh, you'll have to rewind it, Alex. Charlie, you'll have to rewind it and see what we got, Charlie. Absolutely, have to do that. Oh my goodness! So there's the link to that show from last week. Merry Christmas, Alex, to you and your family. Absolutely, we are. Again, y'all, we are looking forward to 2026 as I hope you are. The wonderful thing about the new year is that it's a new beginning. Every day of our lives, guys, is a new beginning. If you are struggling, reach out to somebody. If you are a lot of people are depressed at the holidays. They have trouble at the holidays. We lose loved ones. Tragedy strikes our families. But with the holidays, it's magnified. It's greatly magnified. And I would urge you, if you are having trouble, if you're struggling with depression, reach out to somebody. Call the suicide prevention hotline. The reason I'm thinking about this is just at the end of the year here, we're so inundated with emotion. And Christmas especially can bring on so many different emotions, nostalgia and, missing loved ones who are no longer here, especially if you have lost a loved one at Christmas time or recently. It's really tough. So by all means, reach out to somebody and go into 2026, with a view to to making it better, to seeing the joy in the year, and the celebrating the birth of our Savior and His coming to earth. We keep His death, obviously, is His death, burial, and resurrection are what saves us. But He couldn't have done that had He not gotten here, had He not, come to earth as a child. So, as we celebrate that, as we all celebrate that with our families, be aware of people around you, who you may know, and some people who may be even, I call them peripheral people who, are not necessarily in our inner circle, but people that we may see just by chance every now and then. But it's all about people, guys. And as we go through this life, it's going to be about the people that we know, the people that we love, and what kind of person we have chosen to be. So, I would urge you at this amazing time of year to reach out, to make that phone call, to tell a friend or family member that you love them. Let's do that. Let's find the joy. And if you are struggling, reach out to somebody. Don't feel like you're completely alone on Christmas, because you don't have to be. You really don't. Yes. Yes, absolutely, Jonathan. Give someone a call you haven't reached out to and say hi. It's so true, Jonathan. It's so true. Um, I have some beautiful trees here in the house. I guess everybody's house is prettier at Christmas time because of our Christmas decorations. And I think about, our lives on this planet are finite. You know, we only get so many Christmases and so many springs and so many summers, and um, so let's make the best of it. Let's really enjoy this Christmas and spend time with our families and focus on the reason for the season. Um, and yeah, and just ask God's blessing, on us. Um, yeah. um, yes, it's so true, Alex. Yeah, it's impossible to have the perfect Christmas, but yet we feel the pressure. Exactly. We want everything to be just perfect and picture perfect, and it's just not always going to be. So just try to relax and enjoy your family. Absolutely, Alex, 100%. Um, so Jonathan says, "Are destined." LOL. Ask my younger self. We want to be a mod and support a huge Disney community. Exactly, John. What? Yeah, I've thought about that before too. We were October the 8th. We celebrated our 6th year on YouTube, and you know, uh, 6.5 years ago, if you had said, "Oh, you're going to start a YouTube channel and you're going to become a mod and you're going to spend tons and tons of time at this, but you're going to meet all these wonderful people," I'm totally with you. I totally understand what you're saying. Your younger self would be like, "What now? What?" It's so true, Jonathan. And yeah, we are so blessed. We are blessed by all of you in the chat. We are blessed by all of you who are watching on the replay. Our moderators, our sweet, sweet members. We are humbled by your help and your encouragement, and that you come to spend a little time with us on Tuesday nights. We really appreciate it. Um, but yeah, well, exactly, exactly. It's we've talked about it before. It's just YouTube is it's an interesting medium. It sure is. It's pretty amazing. But guys, again, thank you so much for being here. If you are watching on the replay, if you are ghost watching, we just appreciate you guys so much. We really do. And we wish you the merriest of Christmases. We've got a lot of content coming up, guys. I still have some Christmas content that I've got to get out, so I'll probably be posting some Christmas videos into the new year, which is kind of good with me because I like to kind of extend Christmas out a little bit. Um, oh, sorry about that, Alex. All you got to do is rewind. Yeah, all you got to do is go back. Uh, but y'all enjoy, please enjoy your families and enjoy this wonderful holiday. And we'll be doing some cool stuff in the new year. Got a lot of good stuff coming on, and I hope that y'all will continue to tune in and watch us. And if you have any comments, by all means, feel free to put them down below. And we just again, um, words are not enough to express our Thanksgiving and just our appreciation for you. Excuse me. Just watching us and being here, your friendship means the world to us. So, by all means, keep coming. Keep them coming. We're going to keep cranking out that content, and again, we appreciate y'all so much. Merry Christmas, y'all. We will see you next week. We will see you. It will be after Christmas, but before the new year. So we'll see what we can come up with to do next week. Maybe in the kitchen. I don't know. We'll think about it. But again, thanks so much for being here, y'all. And I'm going to wrap it up. Merry Christmas to all of you. We love you so much, and we wish you God's blessing in the new year. Enjoy. At the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there is always room for one more. So please hurry back. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Maybe Tina. Yeah. Thanks so much, y'all. Appreciate it. And happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas and a happy new year. See you next week. Good night.